For the 120 kilometers of Spa-Francorchamps, it's James Kidwell on pole position with John Mills in P2, Rick Tuinbeck in P3, Evan Delton in P4, Morgan Hitching in P5, Sven Heinen in P6 and Scott Sendaver in P7. We'll have 2 formation laps as rain is falling on the Arden track right here. Start for the FunnyF1 120 kilometers of Spa-Francorchamps. It's James Kidwell on pole position, John GTE in second. We're waiting for the drivers to cross the line to fully accelerate. Well, it looks like he's already going. That should be a jump start, but we're going now. We're green here as John GTE is challenging James Kidwell, but Rick Tuinbeck is challenging him once more. Rick Tuinbeck on the inside. He takes the lead into turn 1. The JMR car is now leading in front of James Kidwell and Evan Delton. But Kidwell is looking for a move into Eau Rouge. Tuinbeck still in front. Delton up to third, challenging his teammate for P2. Delton towards the inside. He slots back behind his teammate. But Rick Tuinbeck had a good start. Diving down the inside into turn 1, leading now. John Mills falling back to P3. As he is looking to make a move on Evan Delton. As James Kidwell went a little bit wide, but no real damage is done. So we now go down towards Poulon. Rick Tuinbeck still leads. Tiger Assassin looking for a move. As Delton goes wide, same with his teammate. Kidwell and Delton go wide. Will that give Mills the place? Yes! John Mills is in front of Delton. John Mills is also in front of Kidwell, I believe. Let's have a look. Yes, he is. It's the JMR 1-2. I think that will be the first time they lead 1-2. But 2 mistakes from both the Delton cars allows the 2 Subaru JMRs to go up into the front. Will John GT challenge his teammate? Will Mills look for a move on Tuinbeck? Will Tuinbeck defend the inside? No, he is not defending the inside, but Mills is also not going for a move. Oh, but Tuinbeck goes a little bit wide there as one of the M-Drive cars overtakes the GSM car. Someone's wide, but Rick Tuinbeck leads from John Mills, James Kidwell, and Sven Heinen. Battling for, P11, I think that's P5, yep. Morgan Hitchings now cutting Sven Heinen back. As they go towards Eau Rouge, side by side. Hitchings got the place. As they go up to Eau Rouge. And Heinen has fallen back. John Mills down the Camel Straits towards Les Combes. James Kidwell towards the outside of John Mills. He is defending the inside. Who can brake later? Looks to be Kidwell to brake later, but Mills has the inside. There's a little bit of contact. No real damage done. Delton all over the back now of James Kidwell. Let's see how this ends up. It doesn't look to be like anything more has happened as Delton tries to go around the outside, but it won't work for him. Going into the bus stop chicane. They're really close together. Mills goes a little bit slow through that first apex, blocking Kidwell here. But Kidwell gets a good exit in the slipstream, goes towards the inside. Kidwell keeps the inside, has the inside line. Goes a little bit straight on to try and block off John Mills, and he goes down the inside, takes P2 with a brilliant move. As he now sets after chasing Rick Tuinbeck. Morgan Hitchings chasing down Sven Heinen. As the M-Drive car trying to get himself off last place. That won't help. At the exit of the Les Combes chicane, Morgan Hitchings gets a little bit of oversteer and slams into the outside wall. well, that will deliver him quite a long way to go to try and catch back up to the pack. See if he can control his car now. Yes, he can, as he now goes through the Bruxelles with quite a lot of seconds to catch up. Spins round at the exit of the no-name corner and slams into the outside wall for good measure. What has happened here? There's Morgan Hitchings. Will he overtake Heinen now towards Pool 1? I don't think he has enough speed to catch him for Pool. No, he doesn't. What has happened to Sven Heinen? He goes into the corner, runs way too wide onto the damp astroturf, spins it round, and that's how he spun. Probably out of contention for a good result, as Morgan Hitchings then comes round the corner there. Unfortunate for Sven Heinen. Timebake goes a little bit wide there, but Tiger Assassin James Kidwell has very much closed up the gap as Timebake goes very wide there. That would give Kidwell an opportunity to try and get P1 here, as he almost spins out of the final corner. Towards turn 1 to go. Will Kidwell send one on Rick Timebake? No, he will not. Timebake goes wide once more, and now Kidwell's on his inside and he takes the lead. James Kidwell now leads the 120 kilometers of Spa-Francorchamps after 2 mistakes in 2 corners from Rick Timebake. Let's see how far the Delton car can now stretch his lead. The Tiger Assassin now is Jackson Turner coming on his inside. Let's see how it plays. Oh, Kidwell! Kidwell goes wide in Pool 1. That's the second time he's done that this race, and that allows Rick Timebake back through after all the hard work he's done to try and get past Timebake. He now throws it away and gets back into P2 as Rick Timebake now once again leads the race here in Spa-Francorchamps. Second time 2 laps, and look who's got up. That's John O'Mills as James Kidwell now goes into the pit lane. There he is behind the fence. He goes into the pit lane to try and make an undercut on both JMR cars. Let's see which tires he will go to. John O'Mills and Rick Timebake now go up towards Eau Rouge. John O'Mills actually caught up quite a lot, but to be fair, these two were battling obviously. So yeah, let's see how this works. He will probably come out behind Morgan Hitchings as Scott Sandaver and his teammate Evan Delton have also pitted. That was Elmarie Salo from FunnyF1 Racing who just went past. Sven Heinen doesn't look to get past. No, he's way back. He's not even on lap 9 yet. So James Kidwell comes out behind Morgan Hitchings. Let's see what the JMR cars have to respond to that. Rick Timebake and John O'Mills not too far apart, leading the race 1-2 again, as obviously James Kidwell went into the pit lane, but look who's coming in right now. That's our race leader, Rick Timebake. He has 25% of fuel left, did 1 lap more and has the same amount of fuel left as James Kidwell did. He was on the softs in the first stint. I think almost everyone was on the softs, except from Sandaver, I believe. But he now comes into the pit lane. Let's see what the JMR crew can do for him. Coming out of pit lane, where is Kidwell? Kidwell is now out of La Source. Here is Rick Timebake now on pit exit. I think Rick Timebake will keep the lead here. Or will he? There is James Kidwell. Yes, Rick Timebake has retained the lead and made an overcut because he won quite a lot of time as well, I believe. And now John O'Mills leads the race. Oh, and Timebake had to cut the corner there. He has to get his mediums to work, I believe. Well, let's see what John O'Mills will can only mean one thing. That will mean that John O'Mills is coming into the pit lane. Let's see where he will come out against his teammate Rick Timebake and obviously Delton's Kidwell. He was also on the softs, only 14% of fuel remaining. Well, I think he did 2 laps more, or 1 lap, I don't know. Well, he will probably go also onto the mediums, as his teammate and Kidwell did. Let's see where he comes out. Compared to his teammate, there's his teammate Rick Tuynbeek. Where is James Kidwell? There is James Kidwell. So John Mills comes back out in P3. So the order hasn't changed after the pit stops. We have Rick Tuynbeek still leading the race here from James Kidwell and then John Mills towards Rick Tuynbeek. As they go towards La Source once more for the 13th time this race. As James Kidwell now has a great exit out of La Source and now goes towards the outside of Rick Tuynbeek. No, they're not gonna go side by side into Eau Rouge, are they? Oh, you bet they are. James Kidwell down the inside through Eau Rouge. What a move from him. He now takes the lead in an unbelievable way. What a move from James Kidwell. He now leads the FunnyF1 120 kilometers of Spa-Francorchamps. Rick Tuynbeek has to settle for second, and John Mills, whilst getting lapped by an LMP, stays in third. Oh my! Okay, so that made Kevin spin after lapping John. I didn't really see what exactly happened, but that will probably be revised after the race. From James Kidwell, we're on board with him now. We have Rick Tuynbeek in front of us. He goes towards the inside, which will be the outside for the first turn in Eau Rouge, but the inside for the most important part. Just goes side by side, just lifts off a little bit, leaves some space on the inside for Tuynbeek to go through. Wow, what a move from James Kidwell. LMP traffic. It's quite normal, obviously, with multi-class, but he now leads the race as he gets hit by Kieran Kevin, the Ghost Racing Team driver. That will allow Rick Tuynbeek to catch back up a little bit, and that won't help James Kidwell. I don't think he'll be too happy with that. It's James Kidwell who got himself a 5/10 penalty. Let's see if that puts him behind Rick Tuynbeek. Oh, the Bray just about got through that gap with James Kidwell. And Rick Tuynbeek now sets after James Kidwell. Will he make a move towards the bus stop chicane? He looks to go for the outside, goes for the inside, brakes later. Tuynbeek on the inside, doesn't stick it on the inside. As Kidwell once more has a little oversteer moment coming out of the final corner, but Rick Tuynbeek really caught up to him. Well done. Continues. Rick Tuynbeek brakes very late to try and still put it on the inside of James Kidwell. It doesn't work so far, as Kidwell once more has a little slide through that corner towards the Brussels. Rick Tuynbeek on the inside looks for a move, just about not in time. James Kidwell still maintains the lead. That was very close to contact. If Tuynbeek was just a little bit further ahead, then they probably would have made contact and made James Kidwell spin. The 99 against the 28. For now the 99 still stays in front. Oh, James Kidwell goes wide. Rick Tuynbeek takes the lead, but Kidwell fights back in the chicane, pushes Tuynbeek a little bit wide there. But he still maintains the lead. Tuynbeek has to wait for another opportunity to arise to try and take P1 away from Tiger Assassin, but the clock is ticking. We have less than 2 minutes to go, so this will be the penultimate lap. Rick Tuynbeek is really catching up to Kidwell. Now tries to go around the outside in Blanchimont. Looks for the outside towards the bus stop chicane. Will he make that? Tries to go around the outside. Tiger Assassin goes wide. Kidwell outbricks himself, but still is able to maintain the lead. As we now go on towards the final lap. Will Tuynbeek send one into La Source? He's looking for it. He's looking for it. Will it work? No, it won't work. James Kidwell still remains in the lead of this race. Will he be able to send one more move before the end of this lap, as it's the final lap of this race? Oh, that's an LMP car sending it on Tuynbeek. Aston Lewis, what are you doing? This will ruin the battle for the lead, as James Kidwell now has a massive gap towards Rick Tuynbeek. What was Lewis thinking? Well, now John Mills has an opportunity to take P2 as we're now officially in the final lap as the timer hits 50 minutes. Wow. To Tiger Assassin, through the final corner they go. Kidwell remains in the lead and he will win here in Spa-Francorchamps. He has run out of fuel. Tuinbeek takes the victory here in Spa-Francorchamps. Kidwell runs out of fuel in the final corner. Wow. Oh my god, Rick Tuinbeek wins his first ever MRL Tier 1 race. After winning in Tier 3 and Tier 2, being a championship contender in MRL Season 7 in Tier 2, Rick Tuinbeek wins here in Spa-Francorchamps. James Kidwell finishes 2nd, John Mills 3rd, Scott Sandaver 4th, Evan Delton 5th, Morgan Hitchings 6th and Sven Heinen in 7th.